Working memory is the layer of memory you use to perceive and interact with the world around you. It doesn't hold much, and it doesn't have to last very long. Here's how it works. Watch the numbers that will appear on your screen in a moment and focus on each one as it appears. Ready? 4F9XM2KL4RS475652. Did you catch that? If you're like most people, you've probably held on to 4 or 5 pieces of information. Maybe you remember that it ends with 652, or that it starts with 4, or that there was an R in there somewhere, maybe. So what does this have to do with playing the piano? It turns out quite a lot. By understanding how this layer of memory works, you can plan your practice time more effectively. Instead of endlessly running through the same pieces, hoping something magical happens after enough repetition, use your time more effectively by breaking into bites of 3 or 4 discrete pieces of information at a time. If a passage like this looks intimidating, try approaching little groups of, say, 3 notes. After you've practiced each of those little groups, combine groups of 3 notes into groups of 6. When that becomes easy, combine those into a single group of 12 notes. Next, set that section aside, and work the next section in exactly the same way, starting with 4 groups of 3 notes just like the first set, combining tiny groups into slightly larger groups, then bringing that section together as one group. Keep doing this through the entire passage until you've learned enough small groups and started putting them together into larger groups. If you really found the passage challenging, you could break it back down into smaller pieces and group them together differently so that your large groups are offset from your original set. There are many techniques you can apply to make what seemed incomprehensible totally approachable, but the core principle remains the same. Break it into small bites so that you can easily understand, and practice small collections of those until they become a single organizational unit in your mind, and limit what requires your attention to 3 or 4 bits of something at a time, whether that's individual notes or small groups of notes. If your sections are too big, or you take on too many of them at once, it's like trying to remember that serial number. Sure, if you rewind the video enough times, you might be able to get there eventually. And while that sounds ridiculous, this is exactly what most people do when they just start at the beginning and run through their piece over and over and over and over again, hoping that eventually something will stick. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, be sure to click like and subscribe for more videos that will help you practice smarter.